Hey, what's going on, guys? Thomas here. Just wanted to come along and share a quick message on the onboarding process. We have a lot of owners right now that are doing a lot of hiring, whether it's professional plumbers or CSPs or dispatchers or team leaders. There's a lot of hiring going on. And so I wanted to hit some quick points on onboarding that I believe are really important. Listen, I know that my career, which goes back, 26, 27 years now, I've experienced that company that hires you and just throws you out there. You really don't know what to do. You really don't know what the expectations are. You really haven't had the training yet, but they just throw you out there. Now, why does that typically happen? It typically happens because they're hiring out of desperation and they don't have the time to do everything they should, so they just put you out in the field. I want you to think about a time when that happened to you, and how did that make you feel as a team member? So instead, I want us to be very intentional about how we onboard. As an example, set clear expectations. There's nothing worse as a team member than not knowing what's expected of you. Because if you don't know what's expected, and then all of a sudden you're being told you're not doing what was expected, you're like, yeah, but what? How? Why? Right? And so it becomes a point of contention early in the hiring process. I've just been brought on board and I'm getting in trouble for something that I didn't even know I was supposed to be doing or not doing. So I want you to set very clear expectations with your new hire. Sit down, go through all the new hire paperwork, and then go through that position's very specific KRAs, key results areas. And then talk about, in those key results areas, what the accountability program looks like that ties to those KRAs. Set very clear expectations. In the book that I just read, I Quit But I Forgot to Tell You, one of the things that the author talked about was a lot of the times this is where disengagement happens. And folks, that's a problem. If disengagement is happening in the first 30 days, there's a reason for it. And a lot of the times, it goes back to the onboarding process and we didn't set very clear expectations. Number 2, get them acclimated to the culture of your business. And I know you're all a little bit different, but you need to make sure, number 1, that you're hiring based on the culture of your business, but also that you're getting them acclimated to the culture. Let them see it for themselves. One of the things that I've always done is made sure, like with a new salesperson or a technician that I hired, was I would make sure they got to spend some time with all of the key departments. I wanted them listening to the customer service professionals that were booking the calls so that they could hear how the calls were being booked, that we were building value in the team member, that we were building value in the process, that we were caring and comforting the client, that they were calling the right company, and that we were going to get them taken care of, guaranteed. I want them to not just be a new team member, but be a part of and experience the culture. Let them listen to calls being booked. Let them spend some time with the dispatcher. One of the things I like to do was put them out in the field with one of my existing team members. Now, when it came to that, I was very selective. I didn't need it to be my off-the-charts superstar. What I wanted them to see was someone that was ultra consistent. And we had guys in our team that were really consistent with the process and consistent with the results. That's who I would put them out in the field with. And then after they've had an opportunity to see the culture, to see the process, I would have them do a reverse ride along where now the existing team member is helping to basically provide a ride along evaluation to this new team member. So a reverse ride along. So let that person see the culture for a few days, get out on a truck with one of your existing plumbers, your consistent plumber, doesn't have to be the superstar, consistent in their process, and then do a reverse ride along, right? That way we can make sure that now we get feedback from the field from an existing team member that we trust on our new team member that we've hired. So get them acclimated to the culture of your organization. I always like to do a big team meeting when we have new hires and make a big deal out of the new team members, the new family members, that are a part of the team and the family. So set clear expectations, get them acclimated to your culture. And then make sure we set goals and we set targets and we put them in writing. One of the things that I'm a real big believer in, you'll see it in the KRA form, is I believe in making it real. They sign it, you sign it. That way there's no he said, she said, you didn't tell me that, I didn't know, right? So make sure it's in writing, set the goals, set the targets, you sign it, they sign it, you get a copy, they get a copy. Here's the point. There should be a process. Look, if you don't train them, they just might stay. That's why getting them out in the field and doing some training, getting them on that reverse ride along to do some training, sending them to Waco for training. If you don't train them, they just might stay. That's why all of this is so important. We want to get this person off to the right kind of a start. So what does your onboarding process look like? Listen, shoot me an email if this is something you're struggling with in your business. I'd be happy to help you create a step-by-step process for onboarding to new team members. I just wanted to give you something short and sweet on ways to do that, do it effectively, and get off to a great start with your new folks. All right, hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great week. We'll see you soon.